Hey everybody, it's Padge, and we're back. And before I get started, I should apologise for the lack of updates recently. Two reasons for that. One, I've been quite busy with work again. A busy week. Lots of stuff on, lots of stuff coming up. So I'm not sure when the next one's going to be either. I've out tomorrow, and then a weekend I've got my good mates coming up from down south, so that's going to be the weekend of not being around. I should be back on Sunday afternoon, evening probably, so maybe we'll get something done then. And then the weekend after, it's brother-in-law's wedding, so I will be away then as well. I'll come on to no, let's talk about it now. 1.9, presumably a pre-release is already out. I'm guessing that the proper release will be tomorrow. Today's Wednesday, so tomorrow will be Thursday. That's my educated guess, based on nothing more than knowing Mojang. So that'll be interesting. I hope. If it's not tomorrow, then it's going to be next week, I would have thought. Sorry if it's quite noisy outside. It seems to suddenly become, after a few weeks of quite shitty weather, it's suddenly turned really, really warm again. So the window's wide open, so we'll have buses and stuff coming along, like now. Maybe hear that. So again, apologies for that, but I'm not shutting the window because it's sweaty as hell. Anyway, let's talk Minecraft. Let's talk more specifically about me and the Mindcrack server and why I do what I'm doing. The thing about this server is I play Minecraft to relax, to get away from daily grind. I suspect it's probably the same for a lot of the older players. When you're young, you know, things aren't as bad as you think they are. When you get old, there's so many pressures, so it's nice to have a release to get away and dick about. So this is why I do it. I'm certainly not doing it for the money, because I don't get any money. So some of the stuff we've been doing, we went I got on this server the other night, and Good and BOO were on, and they gave me a shout and said, "Come with us, we're down a ravine." So I joined them, and we had some fun, stumbling about in the dark crevices. It was a good laugh, and naturally we all recorded it. Something went wrong with Good's recording of it. I don't know what it was exactly, but I know it was unusable, which was a shame because it was quite funny. And then I discovered that mine was unusable too, because in my genius I'd left Fraps with the record audio switched off, because I'd previously been recording build videos, those which are up there in the top left, by the way. They're pretty dull and boring, so I've decided not to make a video of them. To be honest, it was only the first bit of the house anyway, and I'll talk about it more later, but I put it there to liven up the rather boring static image otherwise. Here comes the bus. Yes, so mine was unusable because I didn't have any audio, which was also a shame because it was quite a funny experience. But B00 did manage to get it and has put it on his channel. I think the most recent ones. So watch those if you haven't already. What else? I've spent quite a bit of time recently on Skype with Good late at night, just shooting the breeze about the humorous differences between us and them, or them and us, or him and I, or the English and the Americans, two countries divided by a common language, I believe, as the saying goes. We're all learning interesting things about one another's culture, which is most enjoyable. I mean, we're usually playing Minecraft as well at the time, and just generally eating dinner and dawdling about and chatting about, what was it last time? Oh, loud exhaust, loud stereos. Zucchinis and courgettes, eggplants and aubergines, Funyuns. I can't remember what the other stuff we were talking about. It's absolutely hilarious, frankly, and I wish I could record it, but there's quite a lot of personal secrets coming out from both sides that probably shouldn't be out in the public domain, which is a pity because, as I say, quite amusing. Now, I did say that I'm not doing this for the money, and I apologise for the boring view, by the way. There is reasons for that, and I'll let you into that in a minute. I'm not doing this for the money, but so saying, I am thinking about doing the YouTube partnership thing. Currently my estimated earnings are approaching nearly £1 a day. Woohoo! So 30 quid a month, that barely covers my internet bill. In fact, it doesn't cover my internet bill. But obviously there's that's extra money. Can't turn it down. However, one of the things I like doing is putting good music in, and if I go to partnership, that then becomes commercial monetized things, and I can't use the Creative Commons music that I use at the moment. So I need to find a decent alternative for that. If anybody's got any good suggestions, then by all means let me know. Short of, I mean, it takes time to find the music as it is. If I have to find the music and then email people and say, do you mind if I use your music for this, it's gonna double the time it takes. So there'll be probably less buildy videos. I need to worry about things like intro as well. So that's something I need to worry about. Just go to bed. It's getting night time. Ignore that error. That's just because I've got single player commands in and I haven't got a word editor thing. So yes, that's the possible plan. Again, we'll see. They probably won't even accept me. You never know. Which does remind me of something else, actually. Hang on, back just to go and check some numbers. Subscribers. I don't know what the hell's been going on, but hello to all my new subs. I gained 64 subscribers after episode 50 came out in one day, which for me is absolutely massive. And I've averaged 13.3 a day, if for the last 30 days. In fact, it's more than doubled in the last month. Crazy, absolutely crazy. So awesome, well done you. I don't know why you're here, I don't know what you're expecting, but you've probably made a mistake, as we'll see in a minute. However, it's awesome, and hopefully we'll see some more, maybe hit that 1,000. There is a website called socialblade.com. If you go there and you're a YouTube account holder and you actually put up videos and stuff, you can see how your things have been trending. You need to log in on a regular basis to it to get it to check your numbers, I believe. But it's quite interesting. Shows your curves up and down, because frankly the stuff that YouTube gives you, the insight stats, is bobbins, absolutely arse. Never got any data unless you're on like 40,000 hits a day or something, so for smaller people it's pretty good. So yeah, 738 subscribers, amazing, absolutely amazing. And talking of people with subscribers, Good mentioned it the other day on his video, but if you've missed that for some reason, like you are just come back from Mars, he will be on the Shaft podcast on November the 11th, I think. It's a week before Minecon, so be sure to check him out there, where I'm sure he'll be giggling a load. And noisy mopeds going past. Talking of Minecon, he will be there as well, so him and Boo, B-O-O, will be there, tearing the place up, larging it, as we used to say. Hopefully they'll be doing some live vlogging and stuff as well. So if you're going to that, then make sure you wave at them and say hello, and I'm sure I'll probably think of some rude message that you'll have to say to them, but I'll save that for nearer the time. But yes, I am wholeheartedly jealous, because no matter how expensive they think it is to get to Las Vegas, it's a lot more expensive for me. Maybe I should start a sponsorship drive. Donate money for me to go to Las Vegas. People wants to chip in $5 grand. That'll be a good start. So yes, we look forward to that. What else? Let's have a look at my list of things I've written down. Now, Good is, as we're talking about him, doing a single player Iron Man challenge, and I'm looking for something else to do, a single player, once 1.9 comes out. I'm thinking, it's tricky, can't we do the Iron Man thing, because that's already being done on this, by someone on this server, as we've just said. Can't really do a Vex map because everybody's doing them, and to be honest, I'll probably never get to the end anyway, because they'll frustrate me too much. One thing I am thinking about doing is a single player with a load of mods, like Yogsbox or something like that. Yogbox, singular. Because we don't play with mods on this server, and it might be quite interesting to have something completely, hugely buffed out, and to see what the difference is, and just to run around on that for a bit. I don't know anything about most of the mods because I never play them, so that could be quite interesting, learning what's going on. But that's a thought. If anybody's got any other ideas, then by all means throw that at me in the comments. Something you might like to see me do. I am thinking about finding somewhere else to put my cathedral. Remember that from the last series? I have another group server that I used to be on that I am not a member of anymore, but I am thinking about talking to them and giving them some money to get back on it, if they will let me, and if they will let me MCE the cathedral in, schematic in. I might finish it in single player first before I do though, just to get that out live. And then I can perhaps do some stuff from their server as well, maybe, I don't know. See how it goes. I haven't got enough time to do one from this server at the moment. I don't have my watch on me, so I don't know what the time is. But, yes, if you've got anything exciting to say about that, let me know. The sun's up, we'll probably make it to my house. Talking of my house, there it is. Do you like that? I've got some footage of building, but to be honest, it's quite early footage when I started, and it doesn't look anything like it did then, so I've not really bothered putting it up. Oh, balls. I should have known that. Oh, sod it. So let's go check it out anyway, see what we've got. Give you a little tour. Oops, this is the big hole. There we go, we've got a water wheel. Oh, standing here makes noises. Spishy splashy water wheel. Bloody Enderman, I tell you. Just everywhere, there's holes. It says he's nerfing that of 1.9, which would be good. So this is my house, really. This is just a little bit over the top to get the water wheel in. There's not a great deal going on here, to be honest. Just a little bit of scaffolding. I only really finished it last night, and it is currently unfurnished, so it is just a shell. It's not totally finished. We've got these shutters on the windows, but not everywhere at the moment. We've got water coming down here, which is to stop the Enderman. Only yesterday I found him take that block out, which had my sign on it saying Chez Moi, so that was quite annoying. But this does kind of stop them coming through. Now there's iron fence here, but I'm taking that iron fence down. I put wooden fence up because, amongst other things, you can jump over iron fence. This is the back garden. We'll talk about all these in a minute. You've probably seen a bit of this from other people's videos anyway, but no buttons on those doors at the moment, so we can't get in that way. Let's go in the front door. Actually, let's do a quick look under here. So I'm quite liking these sort of barred windows. That's quite a nice little thing there. I like that. Let's have a look at it from this side before it gets too dark. Oh, nice car alarm. A bit of roof there probably needs sorting out, I think. Yeah, anyway, let's pop around here. Again, you see we've got shutters there, we don't there. Little flimmy flam stuffs. The entrance hall, brick floor. Nice little chandelier hanging off there. Window into the yard. That will be a little garden at some point. And this is sort of the basement cellar kind of thing. See, there's the view out that door. And there's that door as well. Staircase goes up the tower. We'll talk about the tower in a minute. And this one goes down. This glass column will continue down all the way, and that's going to go all the way down to bedrock at some point. Get me some diamonds! Actually, let's look up here. Let's go back out around the ground floor, shall we? There's the entrance hall again. This is a little room. This is one with the barred windows. Hiccups. Another little room. There's the wall there. Arx's house. Main staircase. And we come out this door into a glass atrium. This house, I don't know if you saw Adlington's video yesterday, but he was discussing about the fact that he's now working to a solid plan, whereas before he worked from just on the fly, as it were, just doing it as he was doing it. And ironically, I used to work from plans, and this one was just doing it on the fly. It started off inspired by the medieval pack in the downloads of Planet Minecraft. You've probably seen it before. Jeb linked to it a long time ago. The same that Vintage Beef is using for inspiration for his, but it kind of went a bit doolally, to be honest. I just ended up building and then trying to stop building, but it kept on getting bigger and bigger. This is my long hall. This is going to be full of paintings. I might put another floor in there, actually. I don't know. No, probably not. Got it. And then we've got a big room here. Got some eaves space there. A little Juliet balcony here. Again, the spiral staircase there. And then this little staircase here comes up to this room. These are over the main road. Just about to see that. There's Addington's church. There's Addington's crazy tower over there. Pack rats. Bizarre monstrosity that seems to have changed radically since last time I looked at it. Oh no, that's not pack rats. That's why. Pack rats is behind this tower. There it is. That's the extension on the side of Beef's house. And there's the water wheel there. Big glass windows to view Arx's tower. I'm going to change that glass texture. It's bloody annoying, frankly. I might just make it. Well, I can't make it clear because that's pointless having it, but I will do something with it. The gym's floating in water tower, which is really bizarre, and there's the fire station, and God only knows what Nibris's house is turning into. It was Bowser's castle. It's now turning into some Japanese castle. Very odd. Yes, so that's that, and then there's one more room. You see, as I was building it, I suddenly realised that I had loads of staircases, so I took them all out and then rearranged it and built some more, and then suddenly discovered I didn't have enough staircases and there were rooms I couldn't get to. Here's my bedroom. Here we've got some eaves. We've got Juliet balcony again, and we've got loud trucks going past, and we've got beddy buys, so let's do that. Sleepy sleeps. Awesome. Right, I'm fully prepared to admit that this is not my best build ever, but people seem to like it, so that's alright. It's a little bit crazy. It's not really gone how I wanted it to, but once we get out and about and start exploring the world, things will get better. This is an unfinished telescope sticking out here, looking over the world. In fact, let's so I wanted to put lava down that thing, and then I realised that that wouldn't be a good idea, seeing as I've got wooden staircase, so I might have to go around and redo that all. Now, this is Mad Cow's plot. Now, it looks like he's done very little. A funny little pagoda there with lava coming out of it and lots of lapis, which is all very bizarre. But actually, he's hollowed out the entire inside, and it's quite impressive down there. I've only had a quick peek in because he's opened the door here. But I think that square panel in the middle opens up as well. It's quite natty. That's Good's house. He's got such blistering imagination that he's rebuilt his own house. And there's the porch that he sits and plays his banjo on. There's Jim's house. Jim's house is really weird. I like it. It looks really good, but it's really weird at the same time. It's almost Cthulhu-esque. Well, we'll go and have a look at that in a minute. But this is my telescope tower, observation tower, which sadly looks less like an observation tower and more like a giant penis. As we'll have a look in a minute. Everything else is pretty much the same, I believe, on the server. People's houses change, obviously. Oops, I didn't want to go in there. It's the problem. That's the only way into that room. Let's get out the back. Still need to finish off the garden because it's a little bit unfinished. Maybe I should put a metal frame around that. That's a lot of iron though. But yeah, overall I'm quite happy with that. As I say, it's not my best building ever. Looks alright. It'll do. Let's hop over the wall. I won't go into... does Mad Cow do videos? I don't know. I'm not sure it does. But you can see that looks quite... oops. Quite phallic. But there you go. Yeah, you see there's a nice little drop down there. And now it's gone. Magic. Oh god, let's have a quick peek down here. Just a quickie. Boom. He's got dogs. You see, I saw dogs. But every time I saw them, I didn't have any bones on me, and then he's obviously taken them all. And there's stuff over there, and it goes downstairs. Well, around here, so it goes downstairs again, and there's more stuff down here, and it's just, yeah, impressive. It's a good looking place. I like. And it's the Googleberry's house. You can't see the wheels on it, but apparently it's quite accurate. What was he saying? Michael's house, and that's changed much. See, Castle von Nebris. Again, I really like these dark wood columns. They're almost like mahogany. They work really well in the corner, and that is something that I may steal later. I'm not a big fan of these warts sticking out the side. You know, if we're going to critique people's architectural styles, and it's got a bit pagoda-y up there, which is a little bizarre. Doesn't quite match, but you know, it's not a bad building. See, this is the gyms, and I don't understand why it's got these support legs like a crane has. Again, I quite like it. It looks good, but it sort of scares me. The Dark Lord is coming. Yeah, this again. I quite like that. I quite like these sort of bits hanging off. I think it needs some roots, some vines coming down as well. But what's this all about? My eyes are bleeding. So there you go. Sorry we haven't been a little more. Oh, look, stocks. Awesome. Alright, that's what I reckon that is. We haven't been more forthcoming with videos. As I say, it does take time to do them, and I haven't really had an awful lot of time to do it. So, to be honest with you, it's been pretty much planting trees, bone mealing trees, harvesting trees, planting trees, bone mealing trees, harvesting trees. That's been 95% of what I've been doing. Occasionally I put them down in a pattern, and then occasionally run out of stone. Let's dig my tower down. Oh, let's go down, might as well. Dig the tower down, get some more cobble, and then cook it up to get smooth stone. Let's see, I don't even. Oh, no, I can't go this way. Bloody car alarms! Don't need that. Turn that off. Okay, we found a lake. Isn't that interesting? And then further, yes, cooking the stone, running out of coal, and then having to make charcoal. So this is as far down as I am, which is 36. So another 18 or so to go before we hit diamond. Yes, planting more trees, bone mealing the trees, harvesting the trees, making charcoal, and then cooking the stone, and then running out of stone, and cooking some sand to make some glass. It's just been never ending. So fuck me, the sun comes out and people just turn into noisy bastards, don't they? I don't even hear any of that. And here comes a bus just to add insult to injury. If anybody talks about the virtues of public transport, I will punch them in the nose because they are most offensive, noisy, smelly things ever. Oh, here comes a fucking ambulance now. I tell you. That's a police car. I think someone's trying to tell me something, so on that note, actually before I do, I'll just say that we've found quite a cool fun game where we all stand in our towers, although I can't anymore because my tower's covered, but we all stood in our towers and sniping each other. That was quite good fun. Oh, yes! Talking of which, you are aware, of course, that if you die now in 1.8, you get a server message that says you died. Good was quite upset that that doesn't feed into the logs, because as you're probably aware, if you go to goodlp.com, he has a feed of the chat log on the site, so you can see the interesting things we say to each other, which is usually in, going to bed, in, etc. But he does save all this stuff into a database, and he wants to have those death messages logged so that we can have a database, so we can see who dies by skeleton the most, who starves most, etc, etc, which would be cool. But obviously, as it doesn't log them, we couldn't do anything about it. But after some chatting and getting some help from somebody on the IRC, the GoodLP IRC, whose name I forget, TMC or something like that. I do apologise, because I wasn't really paying attention because it wasn't my project, but I'm sure Good will probably talk about it. Has managed to find the relevant bits in the code that list the death, and B, print to log, and has done some tweak so that it now prints the deaths to the log, which is good. However, he hasn't actually sorted out the database yet, so it doesn't show up on the website as yet. And of course, when 1.9 comes out, probably tomorrow, that will break it again, so we'll have to redo it. But it's progress. In the meantime, the reason I'm standing up here is so we did a couple of other tweaks as well. So if I fall and die, I did a vintage beef. Oh bollocks! I'm right back at the farm, aren't I? Oh no, I'm not. I'm sure it should be in the house. I don't like the amount of time that's taking. Yes, Badge did a vintage beef, which, if you're a regular viewer, especially to vintage beefs, you will know just how funny that is, and just how funny that was when Beef saw it. Made us laugh anyway. There's some quite interesting things in that log that prints out how you die, but that's another tale for another time. Anyway, let's go before a jumbo jet lands on the street outside or something equally ludicrous. And I will see you guys soon, I hope. Whoa! I hear him, I don't see him. Oh, I think he might have fallen off my roof and died. There is actually a drop pool. Anyway, I've said it 1,000 times. I'll say it once more. I'll see you guys later on. Take care.